Grigory Yefimovich Rasputin was born in 1869 in the small Siberian village of Pokrovskoye. His early life was marked by the rustic simplicity of peasant existence and the mystical traditions of Siberian culture. These experiences shaped his worldview and contributed to his enigmatic persona. The villagers were deeply religious, their faith interwoven with folk beliefs. Rasputin developed a reputation for possessing a strange charisma, setting him apart from his peers. Stories circulated about his unusual abilities, further fueling his mystique. He suffered from various ailments, which some attributed to divine intervention. These experiences deepened his interest in healing and spiritual practices. He embarked on pilgrimages to holy sites, seeking solace and enlightenment. This period of wandering and self-discovery solidified his role as a healer and spiritual guide. Rasputin's travels brought him into contact with a diverse array of religious figures and spiritual traditions. He absorbed these influences, incorporating them into his own unique belief system. His growing reputation as a holy man and healer began to attract followers. People from all walks of life sought his counsel and healing touch. He became known for his intense gaze, deep voice, and ability to connect with people. Rasputin's spiritual journey was not without its controversies. He was accused of engaging in unorthodox practices and associating with heretical sects. Despite the controversies, Rasputin's influence continued to grow, particularly among women from the upper echelons of Russian society. These connections would eventually lead to his introduction to the imperial family. Rasputin's introduction to the Russian imperial family came through aristocratic connections. His reputation as a healer and mystic quickly captivated those he encountered. Tsarina Alexandra, wife of Tsar Nicholas II, was particularly drawn to Rasputin. Desperate for a cure for her son Alexei's hemophilia, Alexandra turned to Rasputin. Rasputin's apparent ability to alleviate Alexei's suffering cemented his position within the imperial family. He became a trusted confidant of the Tsarina, offering advice on personal and political matters. This newfound power fueled controversies and rumors of his undue influence. Tsar Nicholas II, while initially skeptical, eventually accepted Rasputin's presence due to the comfort he provided to his family. In 1908, a near-fatal bleeding episode suffered by Alexei solidified Rasputin's position within the royal family. Rasputin's arrival coincided with an improvement in Alexei's condition, strengthening Alexandra's belief in his healing powers. This incident marked a turning point in Rasputin's relationship with the Romanovs. He transitioned from a spiritual advisor to a central figure in the imperial court. His newfound power allowed him to interfere in political matters, exacerbating the tense political climate. Stories of his healing powers spread throughout Russia, enhancing his reputation. However, these stories also fueled suspicions and accusations against him. The controversy surrounding Rasputin continued to grow, casting a long shadow over the Romanov dynasty. His involvement in government affairs fueled public discontent and contributed to the perception of the Romanovs as weak and easily manipulated. Rasputin's growing influence within the imperial court generated considerable controversy and fueled public discontent. Rumors of his debauchery and interference in political affairs circulated widely. Within the royal court, opinions about Rasputin were sharply divided. Some viewed him as a holy man, while others saw him as a dangerous influence. The negative publicity surrounding Rasputin fueled calls for his removal from the imperial court. However, Tsarina Alexandra remained steadfast in her support of Rasputin. The controversy surrounding Rasputin became a focal point for public discontent with the Romanov regime. With the outbreak of World War I in 1914, Russia entered a period of unprecedented crisis. Tsar Nicholas II's decision to assume personal command of the Russian army in 1915 left a power vacuum in the capital. Tsarina Alexandra, with Rasputin at her side, effectively ruled the country in the Tsar's absence. Rasputin's interference in government affairs during the war years further destabilized the political situation. His actions undermined public trust in the government and exacerbated the growing sense of chaos. Public discontent reached a boiling point, and revolutionary fervor gripped the nation. In February 1917, the Tsar was forced to abdicate, ending centuries of Romanov rule. Rasputin's presence in the Russian court contributed to the erosion of public trust and the eventual collapse of the regime.